What's up, everybody?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
What's going on?
Talk to him.
So listen,
Talk.
before you make all of your New Year's resolutions, hold up just a second. You need to assess the damage from last year.
That's the title of today's webisode. Assess
the damage.
the damage. Assess the damage. Just like if you got in a car accident, the insurance agent always comes to first assess the damage. Because if you don't assess the damage, you'll be saying 2018, new year, new me.
Right.
But by March, it's going to look just like 2017,
Yup.
2016, 2015, This could have been your year 2009. Guys, like, I was ready to do this back in 08. I was ready to do this back in 2006. Everybody who's watching this webisode, we have all just a few days ago experienced a crossover. We all have experienced a transition, a crossover from 2017 to 2018. And yes, that's something to be made much of. Yes, that's something to thank God for because somebody didn't make it. Yes, that's something to shout about.
Hallelujah.
But we have a sneaky suspicion that there are some people who are watching this who, yes, you crossed over, but there's some stuff that you didn't want to cross over with you.
Now, yes, we crossed over, but if we be honest, some of us did not get over.
Talk.
Okay, let's just be honest. Some of us are still dealing with those secret battles and those silent struggles that we're battling with internally. And we're hoping that this year, those things that held us captive, that had us bound, those things that had us trapped, that hopefully they'll leave us alone.
But I came here to give you this information. Just because you crossed over doesn't mean it's not going to cross over with you. Right. That bad attitude will come over with you and even tell you Happy New Year.
Come on.
That pride will cross over right with your behind. That bloodline issue will cross right over with you until you have made up your mind, until you have set your face like flint, until you have drawn a line of demarcation in the sand and recognized this means war. Enough is enough.
Yes.
Yeah. See, in the comment section, just type enough. Some of us, that's the attitude that we got to have in 2018. Enough.
Right.
Enough. You got to say enough like you're tired of it. Like, type it hard. Put all caps. Enough.
Exclamation point.
Enough of my eyes being bloodshot because I'm tossing and turning and I'm not getting sleep because my mind is having all these thoughts that are racing through my head. Enough. Enough with sitting on the edge of the bed with somebody I just committed a sexual act with and I'm not married to, and I said I'm never going to do this again, but I find myself right back in the position. Enough with circling the same mountain. Enough with being oversensitive. Enough with overthinking. Enough with being over emotional. This is the season where you have an enough attitude.
Come on. Assess the damage, y'all. This means war.
Come on.
Count it not strange that you keep getting messages from married men in your DM. In case you don't know what DM means, that means you getting them secret messages in your inbox. Okay, things. Direct message. Those things that they wouldn't want their wife to know about. Okay, count it not strange that things like that are happening. This means war. The enemy hates covenant, okay? So he's trying to make a war on covenant. He's trying to break that type of thing.
Yeah, he hates covenant. This is war. Count it not strange that you're a married man and she's still flirting with you anyway.
Come on.
This means war. Count it not strange all the opposition that you're going through. And truth be told, sometimes we're mislabeling it. That opposition is not rejection, it's really a revelation. That is not a rejection, it's really a revelation of A, you're at the right door, or B, you're in the wrong place. Could it be the reason you're experiencing all this stuff is you're at the right door and the devil knows it? He's like, man, if they get out of this one, if they can conquer this one, if they finally can get free from this struggle, they're finally going to walk into everything I've been trying to prohibit them from going into. Maybe he's attacking you because you're at the right door. And you finally have the right people in your ear, you finally have the right voices in your life, and you finally have the right posture. And he's doing everything he can to distract you. Please hear me. Satanic severity exposes the enemy's anxiety.
Wow.
He's fighting you so hard because you're so close. You're so close. Man. Now, for the rest of y'all who this don't apply, you can turn off the webisode right now. Yes. But for the other millions of us, thousands of us who are watching this, maybe this is why your family's acting crazy. Maybe this is why you're experiencing all these issues at work and the year just started. Maybe this is why you're having all this dramatic and all these people coming at you and micromanaging. Maybe this is why you're having all this stuff because you're right at the door and the enemy knows it. Maybe this is why you keep feeling like you're getting set back. The enemy really knows you're set up.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a declaration. Recovery and counterfeit season is over.
Talk, girl.
Okay? It's over. Now listen, wait, hold on. Before you start shouting.
Before you throw your shoe.
You have to assess the damage. You have to see what it was that the enemy was using. You'd have to recognize and identify what it is that he was using to hold you captive.
Yeah. Because if you don't identify it, he never needs to switch up his strategy.
Never. Get you with the same thing every time.
Yeah, so if your struggle has been men and that's his right hook, he's never going to throw a left.
Nope.
Because that was your struggle at 5, 16, 25, 35. Some ladies, y'all start early. It could be when if your struggle was anger, it started at 3. He started at 7, 17, 47. He never needs to switch up his attack.
Right.
So you have to assess the damage. What has the enemy been using, not just for me, but in my bloodline?
Come on.
That I'm shouting new year, new me, but I keep having the same issue. And I'm just trying to encourage you. Maybe the reason you're under attack in certain areas is because you're so close, right at the door. Now, this may be a curveball to you. I know you've been faithful, and that's why you're under attack.
Yeah.
We don't want you to get it twisted. See, it's those churchy and religious people who make the erroneous assumption that just because your life is turbulent, it must mean there's an open door in your life. We see all throughout the Bible people who were doing the right thing, but they had encounters, they had conflicts. Every storm is not the same.
Right.
Jonah and Noah both went through a storm, but they went through the storm for different reasons.
Right.
Noah's storm was because he was favored. Jonah's storm was because he was rebellious.
Come on.
Every storm is not the same.
Not the same.
So maybe you're experiencing all this attack because A, you're at the right door, or B, you're out of place. Now, y'all ain't gonna like this for like 20 seconds. I'm gonna try to make it fast. God always knows how to use the famine to get the prodigal. He always has a big fish for the rebellious. You cannot say the storm is gonna turn in your favor when it's your attitude that spawned it. Sir, maybe this isn't your marriage. Maybe this isn't your wife. This is your pride. Madam, sister, maybe this is not the devil. It's your mouth. And you're talking yourself into seasons.
Wow.
Because you don't know how to keep quiet. You don't know how to hold your peace. Well, that just ain't sit right with me. I had to give them a piece of my mind. You're going to end right back in a recovery season because you haven't assessed. My mouth is talking me into trials. My mouth is talking me into storms. The Bible lets us know, to the best of your capability, live at peace with all men. And sometimes the only way you can have peace, you got to be silent.
You have to be intentional if you want changes. You can't expect it to magically happen. Okay? The enemy, like he said, is going to keep attacking you with the same things. If you are not intentional, identify it so you can change, so you can be better, so you can be the you that God's called you to be. But you know what? If you're not intentional and you're not real with yourself and saying, hey, you know what? This is what the enemy has been defeating me with over and over again. But you can't have the blinders over your eyes and allow it to keep happening. Then you're like, you know, why am I still going through this? Why is my life like this? Why can't I ever get past this? Because you're not being intentional. You have to be intentional and say, okay, I'm tackling this. Enemy, you're no longer going to hold me down with this. You're no longer going to hold me back with this. You are no longer going to defeat me with this. I will overcome this and I will walk into newness because I'm intentional with this and I'm going to fight this. This means war. I'm like assessing shouting. This damage right now and I see that this is what it is.
I feel like shouting. I would say if there's anybody that you have a relentless attitude, a faith that talks back, a shift by any means necessary.
Yes.
An attitude where I'm going to walk into whatever God has predestined for me to walk into, and can't hell or high water, can't no critic, can't no hater, can't nothing hold me back.
Right.
I don't care if you support me. I don't care if you like me. I don't care if you endorse me.
Right.
I don't even care if I have to look crazy. I'm going to walk into each and everything that God has for my life.
Yes.
And you have to have this attitude. But before I do that, I have to assess the damage. Where in my life has the enemy been working year after year? Because he's a patient sucker. I mean, he'll watch you for years. He'll watch you for years, and as soon as you get weak, as soon as you get lonely, as soon as Valentine's comes around, as soon as that moment where you start to question, is it worth it? He's coming full-fledged to attack you. If you don't recognize, what has the enemy been using to rob me of my peace? He'll rob you of your peace over and over and over. I wonder how you would fight if you knew it was yours. Like, if somebody breaks in your house and takes your TV, you're gonna fight a whole lot harder than if somebody broke in your neighbor's house and took their TV and you saw it. You're gonna fight like a madman because that's mine. What if I told you that peace is yours? Joy is yours. Faith is yours. And the enemy's trying to take all that from you. I wonder how hard you would fight. So assess the damage. This is Redefined TV,
where we're redefining relationships righteously.